Ardie, start of a tour for you personally.
Yep.
What do you expect from England this week, and then what's your preparation and research told you about what they might bring to the game?
Yeah, we're in Twickenham. It's a different beast for us. They'll be prepping of what happened in New Zealand, so we know it's going to be different. We're going to expect physicality. Their full packs, their set piece are very dangerous, so we've got to front up physically.
You've had a lot of games since then. England haven't, but how do you think the side's improved since that tour in July?
I think that they don't only just bring their physical game, they've got a bit of razzle and swag to their game as well. With Smith at 10, they can play from anywhere. And we saw that the last time we played them in Twickenham. We got up and they came back and we drew. So for us, we just got to be clinical, nail our job, nail our role every moment. We'll try to, and hopefully get the dub.
Do you think as a group you've improved since that tour as well?
Yeah, we have. We've grown a lot since the 2 tests in New Zealand. It's just a matter of coming on Saturday and nailing it under pressure.
Hasn't been the happiest of hunting grounds, I suppose. Last year, the game against South Africa, the draw the year before that. Is there anything in that, or is it just the way rugby falls sometimes?
Yeah, it's just we've got to turn up, and we understand how important the crowd is and the noise that comes with it. But as All Blacks, we've got to step forward and embrace that and walk with a smile and try and nail our game.
Is it a special place for an All Black player, Twickenham?
Yeah, it's one of the greats. We've got a few boys that haven't played here in Twickenham or haven't experienced the atmosphere. So it's going to be special, but at the same time, we've got to be ready for anything.
What do you say to those younger boys that haven't experienced Twickenham? What would your message be to them about the stadium, the occasion, the crowd?
Yeah, just be ready. When there'll be times when England get up and they have momentum, and it's going to feel like you're just starting to isolate. So, boys got their own processes and how they get back in the moment and start to see things. So, we're going to expect that. Hopefully, when it does come, we can breathe and then try and nail our next moment.
Can I ask you about how the last few months have been since we came and saw you down in New Zealand, how the Razor project's going, where you've been improving your game over the last few months?
Yeah, I think it's been what's the word? It's been a journey of growth, and it's been a journey of connecting, coming together as a team, as a family. There's a lot of new personalities coming together, but I feel like we're getting there, and we are there, and we're starting to understand what our game is. We're starting to understand the players around us, and hopefully we can connect that this week.
And game plan wise, what are the key differences, do you think, from the kind of Ian Foster team that was at the World Cup to what you're trying to build now with the new group?
Rugby is a simple game, and for us, in rugby, if you nail the basics, you carry the ball, look after the ball, you exit well, you kick well, those are the big fundamentals for us to winning a game, and I think every coach coaches that. So for us, it's about nailing that stuff. Everything else just comes hopefully naturally.
Ardie, do you have a bit of a point to prove after the way the Rugby Championship played out? We're so used to the All Blacks winning that, and you come up here flying, but you've maybe got a bit of hurt from that, though you're taking it for this author.
Yeah, every game as an All Black, you're going out there to prove something. It's an honour to represent the black jersey, and us as leaders, we have to walk forward, and that's the standard we want to. Maybe we haven't at times, like you've said, but that's the beautiful thing about rugby and life and footy, is that we've got to keep going and trying to keep getting better.
The last time, a number of really young or inexperienced All Blacks have played against England, but they've all grown. Bringing Tupu by, Caleb Clark, a few others. Give us your sense on the journey that Wallace Satiti, what they brought.
I think those boys have come in and they've either had someone senior that's taken them under the wing and for a couple of years, and now they're stepping into a position where they're having to lead and they're having to step forward and be that guy, and they're showing it, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Those men stepping forward, and it's just the same thing when you guys come in. Hopefully it's the same process and the same thing that happens.
This game and the next few will be a really big benchmark for them. I want to see exactly how they're progressing.
Yeah, exactly. The North is different coming over here, so it's going to be challenging, tough, but what an exciting thing to be a rugby player and coming to Twickenham and getting opportunity to play.
How closely have you worked with Wallace TD to get him to the level he's playing at consistently for you guys?
Yeah, we're close, but he's been amazing coming into this environment. He's found what works for him, and he's playing great footy, and that's a testament to him himself and his preparation and the level-headed and the calmness he has. So, mate, he's inspiring his teammates around him, and that's special.
Ardie, can I ask you one about the set piece and the scrum? That went pretty well when the England series was on. How's that grown over the last few years with Jason Wright coming on board a couple of years ago, and what are you really targeting there with the scrum?
Yeah, our front row demand a lot of us at the back five. I'm at the back, so I just know to trigger hard and push hard, and the rest is up to the front row. But Jason and the boys are doing a great job to give us some good clarity on what we need to do in the scrum. Hopefully this week it's a good day, but it's going to be hard.
Do you feel like you're still searching for the true game plan of the All Blacks at the moment, or do you feel like you've got it?
You've never arrived. You never arrived to the journey, mate, or the destination. You're always improving. Always got to look forward and improve. Once you have that mindset that you're set still, and that's when you're in trouble. So us as a pack, we're always looking to grow and find areas that we need to be better at.
And was there any individual that impressed you from an England point of view in the summer? You mentioned Marcus Smith there.
Yeah, Marcus Smith. Mate, Ben Earls has been on fire, and his game has elevated in the last 2 years. He's brought class, and they've got quality all over. Tom Curry, Sam Underhill. They're just threats over the ball and big ball carriers. So, they're big threats, and there's massive respect to their game. So we need to, match it.
We on Tom Curry. It seems like he'll be back, and he's had a hell of a run with injuries, but looks like he'll be playing on the weekend. Like, what are your memories of playing against him? Have had some tough
mate,
battles,
he's tough, and he's strong. And for a man that's had a lot of injuries, and to come back, and if he's playing this week, it shows a huge amount of character on his behalf. So played him many times, and it's tough, it's hard, but it's a great challenge too.
When we saw you down in the summer, was that early 2 tests about just getting the job done, winning 2 games, kicking off the Scots time, and do you feel like you've evolved and changed what you're doing over the period since in the Rugby Championship?
You're always evolving. Like I said, if you think you can stay the same from the start of the year to now, you're kidding yourself. So as a team, we're always evolving. As an individual and player, we're always evolving. As an All Black, those first 2 games, we weren't just trying to tick the box. We were trying to win convincingly and get great performances. But that's the great thing with time. You get to bond, connect, get to understand your game plan, and hopefully it gels. So it's not guaranteed this weekend. It's just all words at the moment. So it's up to us to put it to action, and whoever's playing.
And so are you looking at the sort of 4 as a whole? There's some pretty tasty fixtures you've got coming up over the next few months, and when we had a November like this before, it was a tough one, wasn't it? So how has the dial shifted in the world game almost? Like a decade ago, All Blacks would come up here and expect to win all of them, whereas it's quite different these days perhaps.
Yeah, part of that is taking it week by week, and this week's England, and we've got to put our full focus onto that and worry about whatever's on the upside.
Ardie, just going back to Wallace, you've obviously played essential rugby in the previous positions. Where do you think the long-term future might lie?
I'm not too sure. Mate, well, for the way he's playing, he reminds me a bit of myself. He can play 8, 7 or 6 and be great at it. Not saying I'm great, but he's quality, and I think Wally and myself, we've got the same mindset. We're pretty grateful wherever we are. If we're starting, then we're just grateful to be starting. That's been my career. And Wally's the same. So, mate, he can play 8 and be awesome. He can play 6 and be awesome, even at 7. So, wherever he ends up, I know that he'll be quality.
Athletically, he almost looks different with the way he moves, the way he gets up in the line out, and the way he can move around the park. Is that something he's naturally got, or is it something you can train, I guess?
Mate, he's only 20 or 21. He hasn't a lot of time training, but it's just something that he's got, and that's something you don't want to tarnish, or you want him to flourish and keep playing the way he's playing. So nothing says, just keep doing what you're doing.
Ardie, just a brief one back to Benno. Just to expand a little bit on the things that have impressed you about him and his game.
Yeah, I think is his speed, his footwork, into contact, late feet before he gets into contact. He's strong and obviously good over the ball, and that's what you want of a loose forward and as an 8. So he's been impressive, mate. And as a loose forward to play against quality, it's an awesome challenge to go up against the best.